Hello, folks. It's Two Sheds here. Tonight, after we and my wife finished watching a program, I thought I'd just come into my office and go through a few things. And I pulled out my Franklin half dollars. I was just curious to see how many different mintages I have. They're not counting the proofs. I'm not going to count the proofs, but counting the rest of them, there's 35 different mintages with your Philadelphia's, Denver, San Francisco, that sort of thing. And I've got, I think I counted 37 or 38 that I have Benjamin Franklin's. And so I went through them, and it turns out that I only have 16 different mintages, and I'm missing 19. So as far as putting a complete set together, I've got a long, long ways to go. And, a few years ago, I used to get them on a semi-regular basis, but I don't think I've gotten any this year. I did get one Walking Liberty this year, but not a single Benjamin Franklin this year. So I reckon if I'm going to keep trying to get them cornrow hunting, they're going to be hard to come by. The rarest one I have is the oldest one that I have, and that's the 1949. The mint mark is way up here on top of the bell. Mine is Philadelphia, so it doesn't have one. Here's the 61. You see the D up there? There you go. This is the 49. Here's a 52, and see the D right up there. I love these coins. I've talked with a couple of people who said they didn't like this obverse design. I like it. The person I spoke to just here a few weeks ago about it, I said, well, what about the reverse? I said, you gotta like the bell. And they got back with me and said, well, you're right. I like the bell. It's pretty cool. But I enjoy it. I always get a super kick out of finding one of these. Let me know if you like the Franklin. I think they're great. PBS has a really cool documentary about him as well. He wasn't a perfect guy, but he was very intelligent, and I liked him. This one, when I got it, I thought maybe it was a proof. I don't know for sure if it is or not. It's almost got the mirror to it. I think it might be, but I'm not. I'm just not sure. But it's just I've got all these on the bottom row. All of these are 63s. That's a 63, and these two are 63. So, needless to say, they made the most 63s. They made a ton of them. Actually, they made over 89 million 1963 Benjamin Franklins, and at 12.5 grams each, if you figure that out, it comes to 1,229 and 1/2 tons they made of them. Let me know what you think about the Franklin. I think that they're totally cool. I'd love to hear what you think. Here's an interesting little side note as well. Do you see there below his shoulder? That is a JRS. Hope you can see that. And that is the initials for the designer. It's John R. Chinook, if I'm pronouncing that right. But there was an outcry of people when this first came out that they thought that this was a tribute to Joseph Stalin, the dictator of the Soviet Union. And it was kind of funny because Joseph Stalin's middle name did not start with an R. But the Mint did not let that faze them, and they continued on with the initials of the designer, JRS. Another interesting tidbit And I don't know why, but it was required by the government that $half have an eagle on it. So, in order to fulfill that requirement, next to the bell, there is an eagle. Interesting little rule there. One more little note on the $half here, on the Franklin $half. The Mint submitted their design to the Commission of Fine Arts, and the Commission of Fine Arts disapproved. They didn't like the little eagle next to the Liberty Bell, and they especially didn't like putting the crack on the Liberty Bell. They didn't think that it was in good taste. But the Mint decided to ignore the Commission's disapproval, and they minted it anyway. I mean, it's just the way it is. The Liberty Bell's cracked. I think it was a good idea that they showed it, personally. It is certainly true what a drastic change from this Walking Liberty design to the Franklin. It's hands down the artwork and everything involved with the Walking Liberty is, oh, and the eagle on the back. It's just spectacular. And I suppose maybe that's why some people don't like the Benjamin Franklin coin as much, because they feel like it's a letdown in coinage. I like it, but I can't disagree with that, because the Walking Liberty $half is just one of the most spectacular coins, I suppose, in our history. But I still like the Franklins. Just a good piece of history to me.